Hello, welcome back if you've been before. This is a new Sudoku that I've made up with a different kind of rule that I've thought of. So I'll go through the rules with you. The normal Sudoku rules apply. Cells separated by a black dot are in the ratio 1 to 2. That's normal rules. Cells on a green German whisper line must differ by at least 5. That's a standard rule. We've done that with those before, or you've probably seen those before. So that means if that's a 1, this one will have to be at least a 6. If that's a 7, 5 away from a 7 has to be a 1 or a 2. The common things with German whisper lines, you can't have a 5 because 5 away from a 5 would be a 10 or a 0. So there's never a 5 on a German whisper line. And also the other common two things are, if say there is a 4 here, then you couldn't have a 9 there and a 9 there, because a 4 has to be, the only thing that's 5 away from a 4 is a 9. So 4 always goes next to a 9, and therefore that couldn't be a 4 because you'd have to have a 9 and a 9. The other thing is a 6 always goes next to a 1, so that couldn't be a 6 because you'd have to have a 1 there and a 1 there. So they're the main things to look out for on German whisper lines. Now the rule that I've invented is these circles here. I'll read it out first. Numbers in circles show how many boxes that cell can see, either horizontally or vertically, that sum to the grid coordinates of that cell. So the numbers in the circles, let's say this one here, has to show how many boxes it can see that sum to the grid coordinates. So the grid coordinates of that is 2 and 2 is 4. So how many boxes can that see that sums to 4? You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. So a certain number of those boxes must sum to 4. Now if it was 2 of them, say that was a 3 and a 1, then that would be a 2. If it was a 2 and a 1 and a 1, then that means there's 3 of them that sum to 4, and that would be a 3. You can't have a 4 on that one, obviously, because you can't have 1, 1, 1 down there to make 4, adding up to 4. So, little clue to start with, that one obviously has to be a 1, 2, or 3. It could be just one box that adds up to 4, so one of these could just be a 4. The clue actually that I've given you, or the example that I've given you, is this one here, because it has to add up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 8 is the coordinates of this one. So this one has to see squares that add up to 17, and they have to be either vertically or horizontally from that cell. So that one, and that one are the only 3 that this one sees. So that, and that, either those 3 have to add to 17, or you could have those 2 or those 2. Obviously you can't have one of these being 17. So you've got to figure out whether there's 2 or 3 cells that add to 17, and then if there's 2 you put a 2 in here, if there's 3 then that's a 3. So you can figure out this one here, for example, how many squares does it see? It's only 2, so the most that could be is 2, so you could have a 1 or a 2 in there, because that tells you how many cells that one can see that add up to that. So I hope that's clear enough for you, and if you'd like to have a go at it yourself, there's a link in the description below, and I will go through the solution for you now, and hopefully you don't muck it up. It's a little bit tricky, this puzzle, so let's see how we go. So first of all the circles, we'll start with that one there can only be a 1, 2, or 3. As I explained before, you couldn't have a 4 because you couldn't have 1, 1. It'd have to be 1, 1, 1, 1 to add up to 4, because this has to add up to 4. You could have 2 of them adding up to 4, and you could have 3 of them adding up to 4. This one here can only be 1, 2 at the most. There's only 2 that it sees. This one here there's no squares up there, so it sees these 2. So that could only be a 1 or a 2. That one there only sees those 2, so it's a 1 or a 2. This one only sees those 2 there, so it's a 1 or a 2. That one can see 5, so it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one can see 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've got an extra square out there. I must have done that by accident when I made the Sudoku. Just ignore that square out there. What was I saying? 1, 2, 3. So that could only be a 1, 2, or 3. What do we have up here? 1, 2, that one's a 2 or a 3, because I already said it can't be a 1 because it has to add up to 17. These ones may not be 1s either, I'll have to check them in a minute. In fact, that's all the circles done, so let's check them. So this one has the grid coordinates of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have to add up to 10, so that can't be a 1, can it? We can't have one of those being 10, so that has to be a 2. And that helps get rid of some of these as well. That can't be a 2, a 3, or a 5. And that one has to be a 1 or a 4 as well now. So because that's a 2, that means these two have to add up to the grid coordinates of that added to 10. So those two have to add to 10. So obviously it could be 1, 9, 2, 8, or can't be 2, 8, 1, 9, 7, 3, 6, 4 at this stage. So we'll leave that for now and just see. This one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That they have to add up to 11. Like obviously it can't be 1, you can't have one of them adding to 11, so that's got to be a 4. So that means it's not a 6, 4, it's either a 9, 1 or a 7, 3 there, isn't it? So I guess we could put that in, 1, 9, 7, 3, 1, 9, 7, 3. Can't have 5 and 5 obviously, because it'd be in the same line. What do we have from that? Okay, this one gives us this German whisper line. So German whisper lines, because you can't have a 5, when they differ by 5, it tends to go up, down, up, down. So this has to either be a 6, 7, 8, 9, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 6, 7, 8, 9, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's not a 2. Now, as I explained before, a 6 can only go with a 1. A 6 can only go with a 1. If that was a 6, that'd have to be a 1, and that would have to be a 1. So we can't have a 6 there. Can't have a 9. Can't have a 4 there though, because a 4 can only go with a 9. So you'd have to have a 9 there and there. So that can't be a 4. So that gives us a 1, 3, 4 triple there, but I can't resolve anything more from that at this stage. 6, 1. Oh, that can't be a 6 actually, because you can't have a 1 there and a 1 there. That's about all I can do though, I think. The others are all okay, because that could be a 4, 9 there, and then a 1, 7. Ah, actually, hang on. That can't be a 7 there, because a 7 needs a 1 and a 2 to be 5 apart, and there's not a 1 and a 2 there, so that's not a 7. And actually the same thing up here. That's not a 7, because you'd need a 1 and a 2 with a 7. However, an 8 can have a 1 and a 3, a 1 and a 3, so that 8 is okay. So that's all I can get out of that. Now let's have a look at these other numbered boxes. What about this one? Okay, always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 7. So that one can see either one thing that's 7, so one of them is a 7, or two of them that add up to 7. So what can we do with that? Oh, hang on, we've got this here on this line here first. I'll do those. So that one's got to be 6, 7, 8, 9. That's got to be 6, 7, 8, 9. That one's 8, 9. That one's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's not a 2 or a 4. Okay, what was I saying here? This had to add up to 7. So, or one of them's a 7, so that's obviously not a 7. So that could be a 7. Or they have to add up to 7, which could be 6, 1, 5, 2, 4, 3. Too many options at this stage to put all those in there for the moment. So, whoops, so we won't worry about that. What can we get out of this? Anything? Okay, if that was a 3, next to a 3, you can't have a 6 or a 7. That'd have to be an 8, 9. And we've got an 8, 9 there, so we can't have an 8 and a 9 there. So that one has to be a 1. And that doesn't help with anything. Like a 6 has to go next to a 1, but a 1 doesn't have to go next to a 6. So that could be anything. Now that could be anything. 1, 2 could be anything. That was very unhelpful, wasn't it? We do know now, though, that we know those two have to add up to 10. These 4, this one has to see 4 that adds to 11. So it can't be those two included because they already add to 10, and then one more would make 11, so that can't work. We could use one of those and three of those. In fact, yeah, it's got to be one of those and three of those in that case. Alright, now they're both the same, so let's just pick that one. So it's 1 and 1's 2. That's got to be at least a 6. So if it was 6, 1, 1, 6, 7, 8, that's got to go to 11, that would have to be a 3. If it's 6, 1, 3, that would be no good. 4, that's 10, it'd have to be another 1, which would be no good. If it's 6, 1, 7, we've got too many already. If it's 6, 1, 9, then there's way too many. So that's the only possibility with a 6. I'm just going to put the possibilities up here. 6. Instead of putting it there, I'll put them up here. So we can have a 6 or we can have a 3 there. Okay, if that was a 6 and a 3, that'd have to be a 1, but we'll worry about that later. Alright, if that was a 7, and 1's 8, and 1's 9, we'd need a 2 there to be 11. Now, if that was a 1, now we don't know if that's going to work or not at this stage. We might need to resolve these 2's first, actually, to see if that's a 1 or a 2. Can we do that somehow? This one here, the bigger ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, see that, because that's so big, that couldn't possibly be a 1. So that tells us that's a 2, that's a 1, whoops, that's a 1, and that's a 2. There we go. So that's, now we can't have a 2 in here, so that'll help limit this a bit. So 7 and 1's 8, 1's 9, 10, 11, so we can't have 7, 1. 7 and 3's 10, and 1's 11 already. So 7 and 7's 14, so that can't be a 7. 8 and 1's 9 and 1's 10, we'd have to have a 1 for 11, we can't have that. 8 and 1 and 3 is too many, so we can't have an 8. 9 and 1's 10 and 1's 11 already is already too many. So the only possible thing we can have there is a 6 and a 3. And then that's not a 6 and that's not a 3. And then either that one and that one. And actually that also proved that it had to be a 1, didn't it? 3, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so this has to be a 1, 9 pair. We don't know which one yet, but it has to be a 1, 9 pair one way or the other. And that 6 means that's got to be a 1. And that 2 says that can't be a 6. And that can't be a 6. And I think that's all I can get out of that at this stage. Actually, no, that 2 tells me that and that have to add up to, what was it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that has to be a 6. This one's not a 3 now. And we might get the rest of this now. We've got, that's got to be 6, 7, 8, 9. But that one there can only be a 4, can't it? Because all the other numbers are taken up, 1, 2, 3, which means next to a 4 you have to have a 9 and a 9. And then here we can have 2, 3, 4, the 1's already taken. And there we can have 7, 8, 9. Oops, 7, 8, 9, because the 6 already taken. That gets rid of that 9 and gives us an 8 here, and a 9 up there, and a 7 there. And why can't I have a, oh, there's already a 9 in that box. Can't have a 9 there. That means that can't be a 4, because you have to have a 4 with a 9. It could be either of those though, which means that's either a 1, which is there, so it's not. It's either a 4 or a 6 there. That's not a 7. Now up here we've got that as an 8. That can't be a 4. It's got to be a 1, 3, 4. That's not a 1. So 2 or a 3. So either 2 or 3 of those boxes has to add to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That one's a 2. Oh, that makes that one easier. That had to add to 17, didn't it? So you can't get 6 from 17 to 11, so it's got to be these two have to add to 17. And the only way to get 17 is a 9 and an 8. You can't have an 8 in that one, so it's got to be a 9 and an 8. And that's a 7. A 7 won't go with a 3, that's got to be a 2. So that's a 4. That one's not a 9. I think we can't tell what they are yet. And that one's got to be a 1. Whoops, it's got to be a 1, sorry, not a 1. Now, we didn't put the parity of these ones in here. That can be 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 7, 8, 9. Go through and get rid of all the ones that don't apply. Is there anything else I can get rid of? 6, 1 could still work. 2, 3. Yeah, that can't be a 6 because we'd need a 1. An 8. Actually, that can't be an 8 because you'd have to have a 3. Oh, no, yes, it could. You could have a 3 there and a 2 there. Yes, that's okay. Can that be an 8? Yes, it can. You can have it. Yeah, anything there. That's all okay at the moment. Alright, what can go in here now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 and a 5's missing there. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got a 7, 9 there and there. And 7, 9 gives us, this one has to be an 8. Doesn't tell that one though. 1, 2, 3, 5 in there. It's missing for that one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a 9 are missing up there. I don't think I can see where they go yet. What else have we got? Can we get some of these boxes here now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have to add up to 8, those two. So, sorry, no, one of them has to be an 8. There's only one. So one of those is an 8. And 2 of them has to add to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 of them has to add to 12, so that means it's got to be a 4, 8 pair. If one of them's an 8 and they had to add to 12, that makes sense, I hope. And then that 4 gives us, that's a 9. That's a 7, 9. That 9 means, no, it doesn't have to be a 4. We've got a 3, 4, 2, that's got to be a 1. And we've got a 6, no, we don't have a 6, 7, 8, 9, that's got to be a 6. What's left here? 1, 2, 3, I'll just put them in and then rub out the ones that don't fit. 3, 7, didn't resolve anything. Can we get this one yet? 2 or 3 that add to, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 7, add to 10. So it could be 4, 6, it could be whatever those two are, or it could be the whole 3. No, don't know that one yet. This one we might be able to get now though. We've got to have 1 or 2, please ignore that box there, that's not included. 1 or 2 of these ones that add to 4, because that's 2, 2. Okay, if it's just 1, there's a 4 there, so that's possible, isn't it? How are we going to resolve that? So that one can't be a 4 and that one... Oh, hang on, that's not a box. What am I talking about? It's got to be in the box. There's no 4 in those boxes. And that one can't be a 4 because there's a 4 there. And the only other box is that one, and it can't be a 4 because there's a 4 down there. So we can't have a single 4 in any of the boxes, so that's got to be a 2. 3, 4, and that's got to be a 9 to go with a 4, an 8, and the 6 can't go with a 2, that's got to be a 7. Should have got rid of that 6 earlier there. Now I've got a 6, 9 here. Okay, so now we need 2 things that add up to 4. It's obviously not the 8. It's got to be a 3 and a 1. One of those has to be a 1. That one can't be a 1, so that one's got to be a 1. So there's the 2 boxes that add up to 4 for that one. Now maybe this one we can get. So they had to add up to 10, didn't they? So 4, 1, no, that could be a 5. Or it could be a 4 and a 1. Could be a 6. Can't be a 6. What? Oh, there's a 6 there. So it can't be a 6, or it could be a 1 and a 9. For 10 it can't be a 9. So that's 5 is the only possibility, which means that's a 3. 2, 5, because it was a 4, 1, 5 that added to 10. That's why that's a 3, because it took the 3 boxes to add up to 10. Now that tells us that's a 3, that's a 7, that's a 5, that one's an 8. And I think I've done all the circles. What was that? That one was those 2. You've done the 4. I did those 2. So now it must just be a matter of doing normal Sudoku to finish it off, because I've done all the clues that were given. So where to start? That one there, obviously. 1, 2, 3. That's 4, 5. That's a 7. Missing in that column. No, it's not. I'm blind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's an 8. Sorry about that. This is why I leave the checkers on, so that I don't make silly mistakes. 1, 2, 3, now 4, 7. Definitely a 4, 7 there. So that one's a 7. That one's a 4. And then we have a 1, obviously the 1 goes there. 2 or a 6. Get rid of those. So we get 2, 6. We can't see where they go just yet. That one there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's a 6. What's missing here? 1, 2, okay, there's a 3, 5 and something. 4, 7, there's no 7 in that row, so it's a 3, 5, 7. Can't tell where it goes. The 5 can't go there though. Can it go there? Yes, it can at this stage. Now, the 3 can't go there. Can the 3 go there? Yes, it's all over the place. Okay, so 3, 5, 7. Just have to get rid of the ones that don't suit. So the 5 can't go there, and the 3 can't go there, which doesn't give us any pairs or anything. Just at this point. What else have we got? I might just double click on things and say we've got 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So we should really get the 1 in this box down here. 1 can't go there, can't go there, so that's a 1. Oops, that's a 1. So that's, I think that's all the 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Now have a look at the 2s. 2, 2s, or 2 there or 2 there, so we can't do anything with those. The 3s, in that end box is a 3 there or there. Can't have a 3, there's a 3 there or there. This is not going well. Try the 4s. 4, 4, there's a 4 there or there. This bottom box of 4 can't go there, can't go there. That one's got to be a 4. I've finally got one. That might let us get one up here now, does it? Those 2 can't go there, the 4 goes there. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's all the 4s. Ew, it's very sparse on the 5s, isn't it? So 5 there or there. Doesn't tell where yet. What about 6s? No, because we've got 6 there or there. 6 anywhere there. Not there, not there. The 6 there or there, that doesn't help. 7, there's a 7 there, looks like. Yep. You should really get the 7 in that one. Yep. And that gives us a 5. That gives us that one. Is that all the 7s? Yes. 8. That one's got to be an 8. And there's 1, 2 missing there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 missing. This box got to go there. 9. That one's got to be a 9, doesn't it? Yep. A 3, 6. That's all the 9s. Okay, now we've got a 6 and a 2. What's missing there? 1, 2, a 3. There's 3 there, so it's got to go there. Or 5 has to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 missing in that box. 1, 2, 3 missing in that column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that row. 2, there's a 3, has to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, missing there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6 here. Where do they go? The 5 goes there, and the 6 goes there. And done. Oh, that wasn't too bad. He made one silly mistake up here, or I didn't see the 7 down there. But all good. I hope you managed to get through that one and enjoyed it. It was something a little bit different. I hope you didn't get too confused with this rule about the circles and the squares. And I guess I will see you next time.